In this video, I'm going to be showing you specific examples of red flags and overall the types of products you should avoid selling on Amazon. On my channel, I've talked about product research, different tips, what profitable products look like, but in this video, we're going to talk about products to avoid selling on Amazon and how to actually go ahead and identify those. If you're new, welcome. My name is Miles. I'm a 24-year-old full-time Amazon online arbitrage seller where I flip name brand products from big retail websites, Kohl's, Target, etc. on Amazon's platform. I did $2.4 million in revenue last year. Gonna keep growing that this year. So make sure to subscribe. Let's jump inside my screen and analyze some products. Here inside my screen and the two product research tools you guys are going to need to do this analysis, and this is what I do every day. These are the only two tools I use every single day for product research, are going to be Keepa, which is the charts down here. I have a full tutorial on that. It's going to be linked in the description if you're interested. It's $20 a month. It's a no-brainer for the time and capital that it saves you in terms of the better buying decisions and avoiding mistakes right there, as well as our tool SellerAmp right here, which is also $20 a month. I have a full tutorial on that. We'd love to have you as a SellerAmp user, and you can try it completely for free at selleramp.com right here. But basically, this first product, it looks good right off the bat, right? Because we can see the price is pretty stable over time, and there's a really good BSR right here of about 300. So that sells incredibly quick. We can see on SellerAmp, it has about 28,000 estimated sales per month right here. However, if we go on the Keepa chart, now when you're new, I recommend mainly focusing on the 3-month data. However, if we go to the year-long chart right here, we can actually see that back here in January, on January 9th, there were 77 sellers. And then in terms of legitimately just like the next day right here, a couple of days later, it went all the way to 0 sellers for a few days. So this definitely looks like resembles an IP complaint right here. So it's absolutely the type of product I would not want to sell. An IP complaint is basically when the listing owner, the brand owner, decides to kick you off their listing, basically, because they obviously own the product, and us as resellers, we're only want to be selling on listings that we can see other people are happily selling on. There's no history of anyone being kicked off right here. And if you ever see a really steep drop right there, it definitely is a good sign that's the type of product you're not going to want to carry, basically. So people carrying this, we know there's people selling this currently, but absolutely the type of product I would actually want to go ahead and avoid right here. So we can see there's also a couple other ones where that might be like, if we look in here, maybe quite not right there, but it definitely does or looks close enough where I would want to avoid that. Turn specifically right there. So if you see big drop-offs in sellers as well, and sometimes SellerAmp will give you an alert of IP history on an item or known IP issues on an item right there. So definitely something you're going to want to avoid, in my opinion, if you ever see a big drop-off in sellers right there. Okay, the next product right here. Right off the bat, we can see sales rank's a little bit high on this, looking on SellerAmp right here. And there is an FBA Buybox right here, which is a green flag, I would say. I love selling stuff FBM. And if we scroll down to the Keepa chart right here, we can take a look at this bottom Keepa chart, which actually shows the competition. And we can see on April 24th, there were 2 sellers, right? And then all the way up here in May 8th, when I'm filming this, there's actually 19 sellers. So the competition's going up a ton. And you guys guessed it, when the competition goes up, there's a very good chance into the future the price is going to go down, because if a lot of people get on one listing, there's only so many sales to go around. We can see this is a high sales rank listing showing on SellerAmp right there. So personally, you want to avoid products that are increasing in competition, because if it hasn't happened already, the price is probably going to be going down. On this listing, we can see that the buy box was originally at 41, right? And now just, 2 weeks later, it's all the way down at 25 right here. So definitely going to be something you want to avoid if you see competition going up. Now, if you see competition going down, that's typically a green flag, and you'll oftentimes see the price then going up as a result of that. I get the question pretty often, how many sellers is too many sellers on the listing? And I don't think that's quite the right question to be asking. I think it's a listing by listing case, and it's like, what's the trend of the sellers on a listing? Because if there were 30 sellers on it a month ago and 30 sellers on it 3 months ago, and there's 24 or 33 sellers on it today, that's not a huge percentage change. So there's a pretty good chance the price is stable on that, and it is going to be something we want to go after, right? However, the trend, if it's going way up, we want to avoid it typically. If it's going way down, good chance there's going to be some positive momentum into the future on that type of product, basically. Okay, the next item right here, we can see, taking a look on SellerAmp, we can see 8K BSR looks very nice right here. If we scroll down to the Keepa chart, however, we can go ahead here and see that similar to the last product with the competition going up, the price is on a complete downward spiral right here as a result of the competition going up. So the last product we took a look at, it was a very similar case of price taking a nosedive right there. We can see if we look at over the long term, this was actually selling for a lot less back in the day, then the price went way up. But then people caught on right here, although it looks like there was some good money made on here for like 6 months. And there somehow either this product restocked, became available again, or something like that right there. But if we go ahead here and take a look at the Buybox Statistics on Keepa, right here, we can actually go ahead and see that over time, yep, we can see the majority of the buy box is going at 74, but now that price is all the way down to 39. So it legitimately dropped like 50% in a month, basically, right there. So stuff where the price is headed down, very good chance that basically there's not enough sales to go around to those sellers. So people are going to continue lowering their price base. And you want stuff where it's either trending up price-wise or it's stable right there, basically. And there's more intricacies as you dive into it, basically, in terms of like, okay, how easy was that product to find? Different stuff like that comes up, basically. But in general, the price is headed down. You want to avoid that product. Okay, last example right here. So taking a look at this item, we can see immediately we have the private label alert on seller app, right? As well, we can take a look in the buy box and see that the seller in the buy box here, their name matches the brand right here. So that shows that the brand's selling this. And we can see we have the private label alert in seller app because there's very few historical sellers, right? So if the only seller on a listing is the brand, it's probably something you're going to want to avoid, basically. And we can scroll down on the Keepa chart right here, and we can see that over the existence of this product, there's only ever been one seller on listing right here. And briefly there was two, but it was like just for a day. And the price has been the same right here. And it's very clear that the seller is actually the brand listing for this product. So you probably wouldn't even be able to list it in general right there. But that's something a lot of people get burned on as beginners, is they find something that is really low competition. They get very excited to go ahead and try to flip that product. But especially if it's the brand owner on a listing, you're going to want to avoid that product. Luckily, it's typically pretty easy to spot that, and that if you look at the Keepa chart and you can see one seller on it over time, going to be something you want to go ahead and avoid as well right here. And like want to go down on seller amp, we can actually just open this up and prove that it's the brand right here, and we can see they have only their brand carried basically on there right there. So if there's only one seller on it in general, even like less than 3, sometimes it'll be the same seller, FBA and FBM right there. You want to go ahead and avoid it, and especially if it's the brand on the listing right there. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys in terms of breaking down some of the red flags on different products. I think sometimes get a little bit too focused on showing you guys what winning products look like, but equally important, it's important to hedge risk against buying the wrong products right here. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Camera just died actually, so make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.